What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is CJ, the Cheese DJ here, and we're back with another Ark Insight. And boy, oh boy, has it been a long time since we've done one of these. So in one of these, we compare, obviously, the creatures of Ark against each other. So in this one today, we have the Triceratops versus the Roll Rat. Now, obviously, since Aberration is out, we're going to be doing a lot more of these for the Aberration creatures versus the old school creatures. And we're going to see just how big the difference is between the two. So we've got the Trike here and the Roll Rat, obviously. Now, they're both at level 1, so they're both on base stats. And you can see here, the Trike has 375 health, 150 stamina, 365 weight, and 175 melee damage. Now, if we come across into the Roll Rat here, just a quick stat comparison. The Roll Rat almost has double that. It does have double that of the Trike at 765, double the amount of stamina at 300, and 400 weight, while it also has 210 melee damage. So the only thing the Trike has over the Roll Rat is absolutely nothing. The Trike has nothing on the Roll Rat. Alright, so now we're going to get into their movement speed and see just how fast they can move. Alrighty, so all up, the Trike's stamina was absolutely horrendous. Granted, they are only level 1. He only managed to run for a total of 11 seconds before actually running out of stamina to run. It then took him a further 10 seconds to make it to the tree, which you see us circling around now. This is the tree behind us. We left from that small rock in front there. You can see there. See it just there in front of us, bouncing away on the top of the horn. That rock there is where we left, and that took him 21 seconds to get to the other side of the tree. So now we're going to do the same for the Roll Rat. However, we are not going to factor in its rolling ability. We are just going to factor in its sprint ability. So we're going to run from this rock here, you can see here, and let's go for it. So it took the Roll Rat 13 seconds to get to the exact same tree as the Trike. And you can see the stamina on the Roll Rat is not depleted whatsoever. This guy could easily run for a few minutes with that stamina alone. Now, this guy is level 1, so you've got to take that into consideration and compare just how much more powerful the Roll Rat is to the Trike. So now what we're going to do as well, we're going to test out how quick he is with his roll ability. We're just going to wait for the stamina to come back here a little bit. Wait for that to come back. There you go. You can see here. Alright, so now we are going to roll all the way to the tree, and we're going to see just how fast it really is. So the Roll Rat actually did that in 2 seconds. That is right, 2 bloody seconds. That is incredibly fast. Much faster than what you would expect from the Trike or even the Stego. And now we can no longer use that tree as a means of testing, because I think we just no, we didn't knock it down. Never mind, we didn't knock it down. We're still using it. So the Roll Rat is obviously considerably more faster than the Trike. So make sure you take that into consideration when you're going about whether you want to tame an aberrant Trike or an aberrant Roll Rat. I would definitely go with the Roll Rat. Now, in terms of swim speed, it's exactly what you'd expect. Both of these dinos are incredibly slow in the water. The Roll Rat is actually relatively okay. I mean, he's not the greatest swimmer, but you can see he's able to swim pretty decently. Not the fastest, obviously, nothing compared to like a manta or something like that, but he is still rather decent. Now, the Trike, on the other hand, well, he's a completely different story. You'll see he's probably a little bit slower than the Roll Rat. Obviously, these guys aren't designed for being taken in the water, but you can see here, he's I would say he's on par with the Roll Rat in terms of speed in the water. So, but you're obviously not going to take these guys into water very often, especially on Aberration if you are playing on Aberration. But, I definitely wouldn't recommend taking these guys in the water at all. Now, in terms of weight, obviously the Roll Rat has the better weight at 400, while the Trike only has 325, I believe. Sorry, 365. So there's a 35-point difference in weight. Granted, that's not that significant, but when you factor in other things, well, you're obviously going to lose a lot of weight when you level up the Trike in comparison to the Roll Rat. So obviously your Roll Rat once again is the better option. Okay, next up, the turning radiuses. Now, I absolutely hate, I'm talking with a huge passion, I absolutely hate the Roll Rat's turning radius. You can see here how slow he is. He's colossally slow. He takes forever at a turn. Now, He's horrible, especially when you set them on follow and try to navigate through a whole ravine full of trees and they get stuck on the trees and they don't want to turn. Yeah, that's when you want to avoid the Roll Rat. You can see here, he's able to turn okay while rolling, obviously, because he's able to go a lot faster, but while he's sprinting, it's horrible. It's not a fun time for anyone. I definitely wouldn't recommend turning as less as possible with the Roll Rat. The Trike, on the other hand, has a much better turning radius. You can see his turning radius is a lot smaller than the Roll Rat, so it's a lot helpful as well when you're trying to navigate around tight corners and everything. So obviously the Trike is the winner of the turning radius battle. Okay, so saddles is the next deal we do here. So to be able to mount the Trike with a saddle, you need level 16. Now that is a very big difference between the Roll Rat saddle, which I think is level 50 something. Yeah, 58. You can see there's a huge difference. Now, as well as that, the Roll Rat saddle requires a astronomical size of resources: 425 metal, 270 hide, 45 green gems, 85 cementing paste. Now that is really annoying to get, especially on Aberration. So, you're definitely going to want to go with the Trike as your early base tame, which, is a given. But even sticking for it with the long run, as soon as you have access to a Roll Rat saddle, I'd recommend getting a Roll Rat over your Trike and use the Roll Rat as your main berry gatherer. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to test how well they gather berries. So you can see here there's a solo bush right here. We're going to use our Trike to harvest that right up. So you can see there, we've got the berries on the side there. What we're going to do now is we're going to go grab our Roll Rat. We're going to harvest one berry, and then we're going to compare the two inventories. So the best berry gatherer was the Trike, coming out on top with 73 berries, which is a pretty good haul considering it was only one bush. That is a mixture of all the berries. The Roll Rat only had 56 berries in his inventory. Now this is for both of them, and you have to take into consideration as well that they did eat these berries for food. Now, there hasn't been any time difference between the two inventory. However, they did eat the same amount of berries. So the Trike is obviously the clear winner when it comes to berry gathering. Okay, so in terms of DPS, obviously the Roll Rat is going to be the better DPSer. You can see here we're hitting 88 damage on the Parasaur, which is pretty impressive. Now, by DPS, I mean the base damage that he hits. So he does have the melee damage of 210. You multiply that by his base damage, and that gives you the amount of 88. Now, if we come over onto the Trike, I can guarantee you it definitely will not be that high. I'm thinking in the 50s, because the Trike does not have a very high base damage, whereas the Roll Rat does. Yeah, there you go. You can see there 56 damage, whereas the Roll Rat had 88. So the Roll Rat is the clear winner of the two. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pit these two guys in a battle to the death. Okay, so we have them lined up. The Triceratops is on our side. The Roll Rat is unclaimed. We're going to let the Triceratops get the first hit in, because obviously the Roll Rat, based on the amount of damage that the Roll Rat does, is going to demolish the Trike. You can see here we're hitting 28, 44s, 49s. Here we go. We've got a bit more damage boost coming in. The Roll Rat is not mate boosted. I thought it was mate boosted. Turns out that was a mistake. And I think, yep, there we go. There goes the Trike. The Roll Rat just absolutely demolished the Trike. We're going to come in here, take a look at his health. Not even a quarter of... That's the Trike's inventory, CJ. Not even a quarter of the health of the Roll Rat. Oh, yeah, about half health of the Roll Rat was taken off by the Trike. Pretty solid effort from the Trike, however, is no way contending with the Roll Rat. So the winner of this Arc Insight is the Roll Rat. Being better with health, weight, stamina, melee damage, everything. The saddle ability to roll is pretty impressive. The only downside, obviously, is his gathering rate. But other than that, he is the clear winner of today's Arc Insight. That'll be it for today, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if you'd like to see more of these with the Aberration creatures. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.